Okay, so I have something up. One of the mod makers actually commented on something that they said would be a good idea to change, so I'm gonna do that real quick. He wants me to change the health on the last boss since I'm using Supercharge in particular. It says the last boss has a base of 500,000 HP. I don't know how much damage output Supercharge can dish out, so it'd be worth mentioning. Might end up feeling drawn out. So... maybe 0.7? Or 0.5? Maybe 0.5. Hey, Libertic. You know what? 0.6. Do 0.6. So the interesting thing about this is... I actually, I tested this with Project Brutality. Because I found, I'm assuming is the most latest version. I went to mod database instead of, GitHub. And I was almost tempted because I really enjoyed how it played. Oh my god, this is loud. I was almost tempted to restart this playthrough and play it with Project Brutality as was intended. Then as I was testing it, I ran into a snag. When you use the flashlight, and it specifically has to do with this because I tested it in vanilla as well, but when you use the flashlight, certain segments of the level will make the frame rate drop to single digits. And I haven't been able to fix that. That is the only thing. I mean, Project Brutality is kind of demanding as it is because it has like a lot of decals, a lot of extra graphics, animations, things like that. But for the most part, also I just realized my my HUD's a little screwed up. But yeah, Project Brutality, I forgot how smooth they made that. Because it looked very, very impressive. But again, something that only seems to happen with Dragon Sector, and I don't know how to fix it, is just when I use the flashlight for that mod. It might have something to do with... ambient occlusion, I don't know, but I adjusted that and the same thing was still happening. To where, like, there was one certain segment in particular on the first level where it dropped to less than 5 frames per second. Other times it was below 30, but still relatively playable. And it was only when I used the flashlight. Didn't even need to pick that up. Oh yeah, I think when one of the devs were in my chat, they mentioned that this was a homage to Dead Simple. Just real. You know what? That's actually fine though. I actually kind of like this better. It was a little too small the last time. But the HUD's a little bit bigger than it was in the last two parts. And it's because I was fooling around with settings. But you know what? I ended up making it better, so I'm keeping it like this. It actually gave an autosave. I just realized I'm going up. Am I supposed to be going up? Hold on. I don't think I should have been riding that thing. Or maybe I should have. No, no, no. There we go. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be riding that thing. Yeah, honestly though, I would say that this mod overall does work well with Supercharge. It 95% works well. Pretty much the only thing that it doesn't work with it are some of the secrets. We'll just let them infight for a bit. Right, you can jump. In fact, I have to remember, you can in fact jump. You are allowed to. I don't know if I want to pick that up just yet. Ow. I did pick up some energy cells, but I don't know where they are since reloading. Oh, there we go. A lot of the stuff in the middle that dropped. Oh god. I might want to reload. Because this is very bad health to have. Yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna let him kill me. I didn't have to do that over. Hey, John. It's been going good. Now, I haven't really been playing, it as intended. It's intended to work with Project Brutality. I did explain earlier. Well, bit of a long story with that, in that, I initially downloaded an outdated version of Project Brutality and thought that was the current version still. So I opted to play this with a different mod, Supercharge. Then I found out that I actually did have an old version. Decided to test the new version on my own time after I had already gotten through this playthrough. And I had almost decided to restart this playthrough and play it as intended. But then I ran into a snag. And that was... whenever I would use the flashlight in certain sections of the first level in Project Brutality, the game would shoot down to single-digit frame rates, and I couldn't figure out how to fix that. So I instead just opted to finish it with Supercharge. And really, Supercharge 95% works with this mod. The thing that, with this map pack, I mean. The thing is, because this was designed with Project Brutality in mind, that goes for your movement in Project Brutality as well. And in Project Brutality, you can double jump and grab ledges. You can't do that with Supercharge. So some of the secrets, it doesn't hinder gameplay at all, like the main game. It does, however, hinder your ability to get some secrets. So you, in order to actually get some secrets, you have to no-clip to be able to get up there in certain spots. And you miss out on some pretty decent secrets, like the stuff on the left side. See, I have 3 of them. I missed a couple. I probably missed a couple because I didn't realize that I needed extra mobility to reach certain spots. But, again, like I said, it doesn't really hinder your ability to play 95% of the WAD. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. You just miss out on some secrets, that's pretty much it. See, the BFG is up there, but for one, I already have it. 2, I don't know if it's me, but I feel like the BFG really sucks in Supercharge. It probably does the exact same amount of damage, but it certainly doesn't feel like it does. Okay, I think... Where is... I'm gonna start attacking, but I think maybe picking this up might help. Actually, I think that made things worse. Yeah, that made things worse. That's why I hate partial invisibility. It just makes things worse. Because you can't really predict where their projectiles are gonna go. With the discrepancy being said, as far as the maps go themselves, yeah, vacuuming the ammo is one of the 3 campaign items that I have on the left side. I feel like the map design is very on point. Music's been really good. The whole presentation's been pretty good. So I 100% get why this got a Cacoward. I mean, I can get those. I don't really need them. I do kind of feel like we're probably going to see a Cybe pretty soon. That sound wasn't pleasant. Am I gonna get, like, jump scared or something? This is actually kind of intense. Knock, knock. Oh, those are friendly turrets. Nice. That was the secret that I found. Oh god. He just immediately turned around when I started shooting him. Yeah, finish me off. There. I went from like 200 to like 2 in like 3 seconds. Nope. Again, it happened 170 to like 1. That's just a supercharge. That's not a, invincibility. I was trying to grab the... It's not coming to me, though. The large energy cell. Nah, I went from like 100 to like 24. The only problem is if they hit you once or twice, it's like 40 health per hit. I'm gonna save scum this a wee tad. I feel like this isn't quite so bad with Project Brutality, but it's probably not this drawn out. Just trying to see if there was more ammo around, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Okay, one of them's dead. Now this last one. He's kind of almost down there. Hey, you know what? We got everything, including the secrets. Can't pick that up. Yeah, we do have the armor regenerators as well. We're in pretty good shape. Alright, we're on to the final boss. I don't know how long this one's gonna take. You have reached the base's main starport. Everything here looks the same as everywhere else, overrun and lost. However, as you enter the port, you receive a message. It is garbled, broken up, barely able to be understood. But what you were able to make out was enough. We are a rescue ship. Have fix on your position. We can pick you up at landing pads. There is massive creature there. Take out if you can. It is preventing us landing. Your way out is help on the way. Most of all, can you help them help you? $1,241 enemies. That's an awesome count. Steve's flashlight burned out. That's not good. Well, I mean, it's not too dark in here, but still. I literally cannot use Steve's flashlight. Hold on. What if I reload? Nope, Steve's flashlight is just dead. Your flashlight broke in the level transition. It's been fine this whole time. Man, I'm surprised that happened. I'm wondering if that was actually intentional. Fully, this looks like a Doom 3 prop almost. Oh. I was so amazed by the chairs, I forgot I was actually playing a Doom game. Ugh. That's a barber shop. Gentleman style. Flat top. Bush. Bush? Butch. Brew. Hi. Looking for a haircut, I take it. Trying to look at the scenery, guys. How rude. Hollywood. Take personal pride in offering you the finest in barber service. This almost looked 3D. Yeah, by extension, Steve's flashlight is also 95% working with this. You know what? I'm actually wondering if I use Steve's flashlight with Project Brutality, would Steve's flashlight overwrite the built-in flashlight that mod has? I'll have to test that out. I didn't think of that. The Dragon U Inn Lounge. Oh god, that's a lot of them. They're gonna infight, most assuredly. So let's just see if we can get them to do that. They are Legion. I think it's because they all spawned in so quickly they couldn't move. Yeah, I think the whole lot of them just spawned in so quickly that they couldn't, like, move, so they just clipped into each other. It's a good way to get free health. I have a decent amount of... ammo for 2 weapons that I have. I didn't pick up any... I think that was just to get the plasma gun? Maybe? That's a neat little Easter egg. What is this from? Again, I think this is just like... Because this almost looks familiar. I feel like I've seen this one before. A lot of the stuff I'm pretty sure they might have, like, taken off of Google Images. That might be AI generated, but I don't know. That's not. That, I think, is just a 3D chessboard. Well, a 3D rendered chessboard. Oh yeah, speaking of AI, Expedition 33 got caught with their pants down. They went on a, I remember there was an article, like, back in early December where they were going on about how much they feel that AI hinders the creative process and all that shit. And then, they got rejected by the Indie Game Awards because they have a strict policy on using generative AI, and, yeah. They used it. Granted, it was in a very limited capacity, but they used it as, placeholder art. Oops. And then lied about it. So, like, if it was just they used it as placeholder art and then they replaced it with, like, actual art, I think I would have tolerated that and could have looked the other way on that. But the fact that they lied about it, yeah, makes me highly question what else could they potentially be lying about if they felt that they needed to lie about that. Is there a more use of AI that we just have not found yet? I take a pretty solid stance on the fact that I do not like supporting shit that uses generative AI. I make some exceptions because I don't necessarily think AI is something that should be completely banned, even in the creative process. I just think that it needs to be used as a tool and not to be used as a way to steal other people's hard-earned work. Or hard-earned time that they've spent on it. And when you go and lie about something like that, something that, for the most part, I would actually consider relatively benign because it's not... You just haven't gotten around to finishing it yet, and you eventually will. You're just using it as placeholder. That I can understand to an extent. But the fact that you had to lie about it makes me think, well, what else are you not being truthful about? Maybe there's more that you're lying about that people haven't discovered yet. So, any interest that I had at this point, wanting to, and I did want to play Expedition 33 at some point. Now that's completely in the tubes. I have almost no interest because of that one mistake that they made. Because the thing about me when it comes to AI, especially generative AI, is it instantly kills all of my enthusiasm for ever playing your game. Like, literally, I don't know, I saw that, the statement with us, there's some placeholder art in there that they forgot. They got rid of it 5 days. Yeah, if it was just that, I would have forgiven it. I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But they lied about it. That's the problem that I have. It's not so much that they used it since it was just a placeholder. They lied about the fact that they used it. And they went on this whole stance, this whole anti-AI stance, which they essentially didn't back it up. And it's like I said, if they're willing to lie or not, or at least not be entirely truthful about their creative process and the usage of AI, what else are they lying about? What else are they willing to lie about? I think I have to get up there. Did they just kill him for me? I think they killed him for me. Oh, you little shit. I have to deal with you. Alright. Oh yeah, I think you were the one that told me about, reducing the, final boss's health. Nightbird. His name seems familiar. Yeah, you were the one. So, yeah, I took that advice. I dropped it 2.6. I don't know if that's gonna be too low or not. But I was almost going to drop it to 0.5, but I think... Or 0.7, so I decided on 0.6. And going back to the AI thing, it kind of killed my interest with Larian Studios as well, because they used AI as concept art, which... Again, that's kind of hitting the threshold with me, but it still kind of kills my interest. But the thing that really killed me about them is they got very, very personal about it, and the project lead for Baldur's Gate 3 kind of went on a bit of a rant and came off as an asshole, so that kind of killed my interest never playing Baldur's Gate 3. Granted, that less so because I'm not really a fan of turn-based RPGs, so I didn't really have that much interest to begin with. Hey, Barefoot. Oh yeah, I don't think this is something you guys could probably fix. I think it's just maybe a problem with Steve's flashlight, some weird bug, but I can't use Steve's flashlight in this map, in this level in particular. Not that it's a big deal, there's not really that many dark spots in this map. I don't know what caused it to bug out. It probably... You know what? Let me just look real quick. I'm gonna restart and see if, maybe restarting the game entirely might fix Steve's flashlight. Nah. Something just made it bug out on this map in particular. Yeah, it's like I've repeated several times. I certainly see why this won a Cacoward. Very impressive level design, level dressing. The fights have been a lot of fun. Honestly, this has been a lot of fun playing with Supercharge, even if I can't get certain secrets with it. I'm almost wondering if maybe there might be a separate mobility mod. Oh shit. That I could buy to maybe fix that. Oh, I can't leave. We are kind of blown away ourselves with how popular this became. Guess I'm a bit more lenient on it. Gen AI has a place. Makes the team deserve. If it replaces someone who otherwise would have had a job, I'm not cool with that. Am I in the, I understand that. I'm a little more strict with that. Because I feel like it's a bit of a slippery slope. Now, if it's like a closed, large learning machine, like it's just, within your, like say you already have like a set amount of like generic stuff that you made, but you need to have like more variation or something like that, and you use a closed LLM, I'm completely okay with that. Because that's your art. You're just, training the AI on your own art to make more variations and shit. That's perfectly fine. That's using it as a tool. I have no problems with that whatsoever. It's when when it starts getting into like using other people's work and then not crediting them for it or asking for their permission. That's where I think it crosses a line. And again, I wouldn't have a problem with using it as a placeholder until you can replace it with something original. I just didn't like the fact that they lied about that. Using it as concept art, I think is very... or using it for, like, initial concept art ideas is a little gray area to me, because, oh god. Because now you're basing idea on that art that is potentially stolen. But I'm still not exactly sure how to feel about that. I feel like I probably could have found like drones or something at this point. There are 9 secrets on this level. Oh. Yeah, I didn't hit that. Wonder, did that open anything in here? Use a lot of stuff from Google Images, a lot of computer panels, paintings. Yeah, because I recognize some of them whenever I've looked for the stuff like that. Just as often as I go scrounging for something that worked. I don't think I can see it like here, but there was like one in particular that I remember actually finding before. Hang on, let me go back in here. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't anything. Thought I heard something in here. He scares me. I think I was, yeah, I was just in here. I just want to look in here just to see if maybe I can find another switch. Probably not. I don't know what that initial one I found opened. No duty personnel at a bar. Dragging images from a commission I had done of a dragon character in a book I was trying to write. He was meant to be cover art for it, and they were supposed to be like diagrams and such in the book too. Oh, that's cool. This looks like... yeah, these look the same. Is this related? Yeah, I thought they looked the same. Yeah, I would say you guys definitely have enough talent to where if you would make your own game in like the indie game and like the Z-Doom port, it would probably end up being pretty well done, I think. Reminds me of like Sulaco in a way. Maybe, like, just a wee bit more, Doom level design for obvious reasons, but... Cool. Oh, that's cool. I'm assuming that's acid, so I will not be going into it until I save first. Alright, John, you have a good night, dude. As always, thanks for stopping by. Okay, it's not acid. I don't see anything down there, though. What do you think about the game's balance? Is it too hard, just hard enough? If I can get through it, then I think it's properly balanced. What little I tested with Project Brutality when I was trying to get that to work, I would say it's probably a little bit harder with Project Brutality. Supercharge actually seems to be a little bit easier. But I think it's fine if, well, more than fine. It's actually good. It's good. I personally think it's properly balanced. I don't think it's too hard or too easy. I also don't think it's boring. If I've played it all the way to the end, then that means it has a lot of good aspects to it. Is this a football field? Hours I spent in it play testing it and tweaking it. It's gratifying to know people are finding it an enjoyable challenge. Was that a sound alert, or is there an actual arc vial in here? Oh god. Thank god. Alright. Alright, fuck you. Dropping in from the top. Is a tad harder with Project Brutality since the monsters have a lot going on. That's offset a bit by the extra mobility and stuff. Yeah, I haven't played Project Brutality in a while. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you were here when I was explaining it. I was almost going to restart this playthrough with Project Brutality because I found the current version of it, and I forgot how much fun that mod is. There was one problem that kept me from doing that, though, and I'm wondering if you know what to do to maybe help with this. The flashlight, whenever you use it, makes Project Brutality lag to, like, single-digit frames. And I haven't been able to make it so that that doesn't happen. I know it's a bit resource intensive, and when there's a lot of, like, gore and, like, decals and sprites on the screen, then it can kind of make it chug. But it seems like the flashlight in particular was just making the frame rate dip to single digits in certain parts of, like, the first map in particular. And I'm not sure if there's a way to circumvent that. There are areas of the level where it's dark and you kind of need the flashlight. So I'm not really sure how to deal with that. Basically a dynamic spotlight with an emanation point being the player's forward POV. The game has to calculate the effects of a dynamic light in real time. It's interesting, though, because, well... I mean, Steve's flashlight bugged out in this map, but for the most part, that hasn't been making it, but I wonder if it's because I limited the range on it. And I think maybe Project Brutalities is an unlimited range. So maybe that's why it's making it lag to single digits. Is there any way to reduce the range on the flashlight? Because if I fix that, then it would be perfect. I haven't been able to figure that out. Holy shnikes. I haven't seen my armor rating be that high since I've played Complex Doom LCA. I may try to get a performance preset added in if they'll accept it. Ah. Yeah, if that fix ever seems the light of day, I would probably play it sooner rather than later. Oh, you can use Steve's flashlight on top. It'll just replace it. Alright. Maybe I might play this sometime next year again. Just unbind Project Brutality's flashlight key and you're good. Alright, yeah, I wasn't sure if that would work over it. Knowing that it will, yeah, I might replay this at some point. Sooner rather than later. I've been in there already. You know what? Let's just reload. I did just save. Oh, that's where I started. Not too sure, coding isn't in my wheelhouse, so I knows whenever you get into the areas with a lot of 3D floors or dynamic lights, it causes the game to slow down, as the game is literally trying to do thousands of calculations a second with every twitch you make in your POV. I'm surprised to see just a pain elemental. Oh, cool. I think I still need the yellow key, though. kind of funny. I don't think they're hurting me at all. Design his particular encounter around PB's flamethrower. Your shield stops 20 points of damage. Smaller monsters become all but harmless. Nice. So I'm literally, because I have that armor, I'm just literally becoming, like, ultra spongy now. I still didn't get the blue key yet. I love hearing those slaps. There we go. Yeah, I would say it, Supercharge is definitely one of, my more favorite, like, weapon mods. I feel like it takes some... I don't know what came first. I think Supercharge might came later. It seems like it takes, like, some inspiration from both Complex Doom and, Brutal Doom, in a way. Like, I've seen some of these resources used for some of these weapons before. Like this. I don't know if these are, like, Realm 667 weapons. I don't know where they originally came from, but I first saw some of these weapon sprites in, like, Brutal Doom. Then I saw them in Complex Doom, and then I saw them in, like, you know, Project Brutality, Black Edition, in, like, different variations. And then Supercharge. Red card. That's probably to release the sec bot. Oh god. Well, this seems familiar. Yeah, you and me both. I love it when this happens. I usually try and make it happen with, like, a lot of weapon packs with a lot of enemies in a room. It's not only fun, it's actually a very effective tactic. What's even better is when you can corral a stronger enemy to fight a whole bunch of weaker enemies. And, like, find ways to maybe, break some of the initial intention. Yeah, it's especially funny when you can get Revenants to do it because you just hear that slap. That effort. Some people dream of worthy while others stay awake and do them. I'm spoiled. I almost thought that was like, I've seen mods where they take these pictures and then like make like funny jabs at them. I actually thought I'd find the red key here, but guess not. What about... What's this from? Is this just original? I almost feel like I've seen this somewhere before, but maybe I just saw something similar. My favorite infight is between them and Hell Knights. I think we had that earlier, too. Oh, God. Actually, you know what? This is pretty good, because I think they might infight with him. Move out of the way. I think they might be. Yeah, they are. He's just doing my work for me. I'm glad I kept him alive. I think they killed him. No, they didn't kill him. He just went over to the left. He's still fighting him, though. That's yellow key. I can't open that yet. That's red key. Alright, where have I not gone yet? Design them to be mid-map bosses, Jack-in-the-Box challenge. There is way more of them still alive than I thought there was. Oh, there's the red key. Hold on, load the game again. I was mainly just to explore. I was wondering how to... Alright. I was wondering where to get that. They're me and my lack of sense of direction. Oh god, that scared the shit out of me. Hang on. There's something there. I think. Maybe not. Oh. Go back to the control room above the command center. There's this red door right here. Oh. Those guys are wicked. Ah! I probably could have left that room too, couldn't I? Are you active? Come out. Come. I don't know if he's active. Just press use. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, he might help with that segment. Yeah, this is my favorite aspect of this map pack, are the drones and the drones and the sentry bots. It was before I did this part, not after. That's probably why I left my flashlight on a lot, but since it's not working for some reason on this level, that could be why. It's weird too, because you can hear the button works. Okay, I gotta get him to come in here. Hold on. No, don't keep going. Don't keep going. This is bad. There we go. I might be dead by this point. Still a net gain. There's one still alive in here, I think. Yeah, there you are. Now I know why there's a pistol room is because Project Brutality uses different ammo for the pistol and rifle. Not just for show. Holy shit. I have a lot of extra health. Hold on. Those I can't pick up, though. Plenty of that ammo. Don't need to pick up any more of that. Ah, and then it leads back here. Alright, I just realized. I should take a break because I need to run, ads so I can disable pre-rolls for new people. Up there. Alright, as soon as as soon as the ads are done, I'll go up there. Okay, so, up here. Yeah. Okay, what did you say earlier? Right, I actually found that door earlier. That just reminded me of it. Oh, okay. Helpful, and it's a nice homage to Doom 64. Another one. Turret emergency power. Nice. I think he died. Of course, I thought that last time he was just hiding, but I think I actually saw him die that time. I love the fact that you use Star Wars sound effects for these turrets. I keep thinking I can open that. The hell is this one shooting at? There's probably like a Caco lantern down there. Hi guys. Hi, Big Mama. Wah! Oh god. This is probably not a good idea. I could pick up that partial invisibility. Oh god. The turrets clean house up there. Holy shit. I'm a little surprised they're still functioning because there was like a whole group of demons up there. I can bring them down here, but let me see. I want to see what's up here first. Oh, that's just another way. Okay. I didn't even really use that much. I didn't use this at all. Yeah, my ammo's full on everything. Almost looked like there was something there, but I don't think there is. Okay, I didn't know that they could hop down like that. You want to see what's over here first? Not a scratch on him. Come on. Come inside. Alright. Wait. I might have to go back down that way, though. Oh. Jesus. Any more want to show up? Say hi to my, not so little friend here. Again, I'm still impressed that they can actually make it upstairs. They struggle a little bit, but not as much as from what I remember. Or from what I remember with when other NPCs in like other mods I played. So that's what that other PK3 was for, specifically them. I was wondering what that was doing. Yeah, again, they struggle like just a wee bit, but not as much as I've seen before. I don't even really need him to follow me, because I think I just have to go back the way I came. Our next update, the drone is going to be just as good in a lot of ways. Much better. Nice. Okay, where are you? There he is. He's trying his best. There we go, you got there. Hey, I just need to move you back a little bit. There we go. Come on. There we are. I wonder, has the Sulaco devs reached out? You probably couldn't say anything anyway, but, yeah, like, Sulaco is one of my favorite, releases in, like, 2023. In fact, it was my game of the year in 2023. I could see this being something that they could very much use. For, like... I think Chapter 2 is releasing soon, but they might be doing a Chapter 3 for all I know. Now, I'm wondering if Nextstick would actually see this and think, hey, maybe we could get these guys to implement this. Can at least confirm they haven't gotten in touch. Yeah, even if you did, you probably wouldn't be able to say anything. NDA. Possibly NDA and all that. They've been really transparent with their development. Yeah, I'm thinking in terms of, just, you know, gaming in general. They served valiantly. I'm gonna see if they'll, like, come in here. It'd be easier to bottleneck them in here. Yeah, maybe I should show this to Nextstick. I don't know if they've actually played this yet. Oh, hey, Evil Marybot. Jingle bells, shotgun shells, demons on the run. Yeah, Merry Krampus indeed. That's actually the name of one of the Hitman outfits they added recently. They really don't want to come in here. There's block monster lines keeping them from this. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I had to do that to keep them out of the hangar while the player was trying to deal with the horde in there. Okay, there's some infighting going on in there. Final boss time? Yeah, now I know why you wanted me to reduce the health. Oh shit. Yeah, probably wasn't a good idea to pick that up. Holy shit. Oh. Well, this thing is probably gonna decimate that thing, so... Whoa! Holy shit. Is that opening? Oh, those are actually tracing me. Just exploring the space at the moment. Oh, it is the final boss. Oh! There are 2 drones to let out, 4 more bots, and a collection of turrets you can... Alrighty. That'll definitely help. Probably in here. But I just heard something. There we go. I got stuck. Yeah, actually better to do it from here. Deploy landing pad suppression. Oh, what is this? You got a shuttle power pack plus 300 cells. Yeah, he's fighting something. Can I just keep picking that up, or is that not a good idea? Keeps respawning, okay. Anything else doors I can do, or is that like the only one? Back into the hangar. There's a vital boost here. There are 2 doors just inside on either side of the giant door. Yeah, his health is draining fast. I don't think I can pick these up. Nah. Open up. I think he's standing on top of the line, though. That opened up before. Why is it not opening up now? There we go. Door is on a... Oh, okay. That's why it's not a lined up. It's a timer. That looks interesting. Hold on. You know what's funny? This isn't even the highest HP count I've seen on an enemy. I made the mistake of using mods for a certain Halloween map pack, and I think that boss had more health than this did. Granted, I tuned it down a little bit here, but... But I used Legend Doom Light, which adds to the health count. And that's why it ended up having so much health. Which, thankfully, I decided against for this, because that would have been very bad. I don't think there's any more health around here. That might be a good idea to take, though. Yeah, that's... If I get hit by that and I'm, like, near dead, it might be a better idea just to reload. Just for the purposes of time, I'm gonna have to, like, probably save scum this. Because I could see this taking a while. Especially if it gets, like, a good hit on me, since I don't have any more health regeneration. I know there's stuff around the map, but if I use that too much, then that's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be almost impossible to kill him. I'll get him down to a certain amount. The credits roll is a real treat. I'll get him down... I almost have him down to, like, half his health. If I can get him down that far, then I might use kill monsters. That's, like, 50... Is that one attack? Right there. Probably just running around is not a good idea. Probably doing this is probably a little bit better. Maybe the partial invisibility wasn't helping either, because he was basically just shooting chaotically. Apparently Dynamo did it with vanilla only. Holy shnikes. I got stuck. That one, that attack right there, it's a wee bit hard to avoid. Because of how fast those projectiles move. But other than that, you could just, he's really not too difficult to deal with. Yeah, my goal is 250. I get him down to there, then I'll use kill monsters. Stuck. Yeah, I definitely want to see how this plays with the actual intended mod. At some point. Wonder if they ever made it so boss monsters can't go legend, or at least make it a toggleable option. I'm not sure if Legend Doomlight could actually be capable of pulling something like that. And I'm not sure if it would have to specifically code that, I think. I don't know, I'm not a programmer, it just feels like that's probably what would end up happening. They would have to code it so that specific monsters in specific mods wouldn't be able to go legendary, otherwise they have to make it completely random. Plus, there'd be so many mods out there, it'd be impossible. You know, 275. 275. That attack. That fucking attack. Actually, I might have found a an exploit. I think I just found an exploit. You can hit him with this before he's able to actually come out. I think the Spider Mastermind in general, you're able to do this. Oh god. Fuck. Come on, 280. I think at this point we get the idea. Of 280, I just want there to be a goal. Hang on. Good timing. I need to get him back over there. Yeah, this isn't quite as effective as the smaller one. Still not too bad with this. You just gotta back up more. 30,000. I had him down pretty low, to the 280 that I wanted to. Almost. Got him. Unable to identify his music. Okay, this is why you wanted me to watch the end. How did you manage to do that? It's covered up by the credits. Oh, there we go. Special thanks to In Koala We Trust, Agent Ash. Barry Burton? From Star's Alpha Team? A whole lot of ACS. Countdown Heart. Yeah, the music was really, really good. I would say really my only gripe with that last boss is the far too much health. But that might just be because it's designed with Project Brutality in mind. You must do a... I'm assuming you must do like a hell of a lot more damage in Project Brutality than with Supercharge. The other time that happened, I spent on a boss fight was like 40 minutes. That was the thing I was explaining before. Where I used Legend Doom Light. It took me over 40 minutes to kill him. I could see that being like the same here. You were missing the damage amplifier, which is perma 2 times damage. Where do you get that at? I designed this boss to be the perfect foil to them. You know what? I have time. Well, I kind of don't have time, actually. Well, I have some time. You have prevailed with the arrival of the rescue ship. You escaped the nightmare, looking down upon it while you try to breathe in strained relief. Rest for the weary, climbing towards orbit and trying for an uneasy hush. Can it be over? The scope of what you just went through, the horror of it. Experience tells you it isn't. Launch Titan's landscape build. Feel a foreboding building within, which is too big for it to just be over. Yeah, so I definitely like that final boss fight in that, his attacks are cool. You can avoid them. You can exploit them a little bit. Ending sequence is cool. You going around trying to, like, find different ways of, looking for different things that can help you around the map. It kind of brings, like, what you were doing, like, with the levels to, like, come full circle. Having, like, the bots and the turrets and all that. I would say you should probably find, considering that he has so much health. I don't know, me personally, I would, if I didn't find the 2x damage multiplier earlier, I would probably put it there again for that final boss alone, just so you're not, like, there for a ridiculous amount of time. Again, I didn't play with Project Brutality, so it's probably still not as bad, even if you don't pick it up. I don't think I've ever seen them once. Must have been in a secret I didn't find. I've seen the sharks, though. Okay, yeah. I'll look at something real quick. I want to test what you said about using Steve's flashlight with Project Brutality. I just have to actually go to the folder. You did say it worked. I just want to kind of confirm that it does. I'll do that before I stop for the night. I designed the special items around Doom 64's philosophy, having to go hunt for them like you did with the special key. Yeah, that's fair enough. I do understand that. Its secondary mode is the black hole Yeah, I forgot about some of the, Yeah, and I actually kind of think Supercharge's BFG is kind of underpowered. Although I don't think it is. I think it works exactly the same as the default BFG, but... Okay, so... Options... Full options menu. So Steve's flashlight is loaded. Oh, wait. This is Steve's flash. Why is that on J? I thought I put Steve's flashlight on F. Probably because Project Brutality's flashlight was on that, so it changed it by default. I did change some of the controls when I was testing this out. Are you streaming on Wednesday? Yeah, I'm streaming Saccharine. We plan the power-ups to be boss drops instead of hidden secrets. I think that's a much better idea. Because it does seem like the power-ups are kind of integral to the gameplay a lot of the time. Yep, so Steve's flashlight actually does work, just as, you said. I kind of figured that, I just wanted to confirm it for myself. But yeah, I have not used this in years, and I didn't realize the extent of the work they did to, Project Brutality. I always did kind of prefer this over Brutal Doom, because, Project Brutality is a little more cartoonish. Like, cartoonishly violent. And I like that a little more than Brutal Doom. Brutal Doom is a little too, like, for lack of a better term, realistic in its approach. I wouldn't say it's as realistic as, like, you know, Hideous Destructor, but, But yeah, I do have to use Project Brutality at some point. I always did really like it when I first, used it. Like, the animations are so smooth now. And it's, like, insanely fast. Here, I want to show off. You can, like, do glory kills, which I think was a really cool approach. I like that they made it first person, similar to, how, like, Death Foretold does it. Like that. But yeah, it's like, make sure you're using PB state. Well, I'm not playing it right now. I'll get back to this, like, at some point in the future. I really do need to, like, go through some of my back catalog of games. And there's also another Doom mod that I really want to be playing. But I think I'll definitely return to this at some point. Some point in 2026.